Since its incorporation in 1899, the village of Glenview has maintained a reputation as a great place to visit, raise a family, and do business. The best schools, parks, and natural resources, combined with solid infrastructure, careful planning, and sound fiscal policies, have helped ensure that Glenview continues to be a vibrant, growing community. A great deal of Glenview's year-over-year success is a credit to the work of village officials, staff, and community input culminating into a single document, the village budget. The budget is the most important work product the Board of Trustees must develop and approve each year. It not only is a legal document detailing how dollars are spent, but it also communicates village goals and objectives. Let's take a closer look at how the budget gets made. The budget process begins in April with the development of a 5-year forecast. Village staff then create next year's budget using a zero-based system, meaning rather than drawing from last year's budget, the village starts from scratch to ensure a ground-up approach to all expenditures on an annual basis. Once those individual budgets are developed, the village board meets 3 times in the fall at a series of public budget workshops to review revenues, expenses, and ongoing capital improvement projects. These workshops are open for public participation, and the village encourages residents to get involved in the process and voice their feedback about spending priorities. Following the workshops, the board meets once in November to review the tax levy, and again in December to finalize the property tax levy and formally adopt the next year's budget. Careful deliberation and thoughtful planning have helped Glenview maintain a balanced budget going back decades. The village has received a AAA rating from Moody's for 31 years running, one of only 13 Illinois municipalities to receive this highest score. This credit rating allows the village to take advantage of lower interest rates when financing is needed and is a testament to the village's strong financial position. You may be wondering now where your property tax dollars go and why you pay what you do. Each year, the village and all the other area taxing jurisdictions, like the library, park district, and school districts, levy a tax on properties within the community so that they can continue to operate. This levy is an important consideration in the budget process. The village portion of your property tax bill makes up 6.8% of your overall tax bill, meaning less than 7 cents of every dollar you pay in property taxes comes to the village. The budget process helps ensure those 7 cents get used in a fiscally responsible manner to maximize the benefit to the community. Nearly 70% of your tax bill supports local school districts, and another 8% supports the Park District. Cook County, the Water Reclamation District, Library, and Oakton Community College each collect a small share of tax revenue as well. To put Glenview's levy in perspective, here's how it stacks up against neighbors and similar municipalities. The village has one of the lowest tax rates among pure municipalities and rarely raises its levy. So how does the village spend the money it brings in from taxpayers? Glenview has an $81.1 million operating budget in 2022. More than half of that money goes toward police, fire and EMS, and the Public Safety Dispatch Center, which fields 911 calls. The rest is used to fund things like snow and ice maintenance, landscaping and forestry services, the village's resolution center, records department, and IT equipment and services. Here's a rundown of a few other highlights in the 2022 budget. $29.8 million in capital improvement projects. Of that, $16.5 million is projected for 3.73 miles of road reconstruction and 4.5 miles of water main replacements. There will be no increase in the water consumption rate. Thanks to the addition of a large wholesale customer, the village was able to pass those savings along to residents. The conclusion of the Glen TIF, the Glen Redevelopment, which started back in 1998, brought 5,500 new residents to Glenview, thousands of jobs, and nearly 2 million square feet of retail, restaurant, hotel, and office space. The conclusion of the TIF means the various taxing jurisdictions, including the village, can begin directly receiving property tax payments that had previously been deposited into the TIF fund. And though the village will be receiving a greater share of property tax dollars going forward, property owners will see no increase to their property tax bills as a result of the TIF ending. Glenview is set to receive more than $6 million in one-time federal funds from the American Rescue Plan Act, which was signed into law by President Biden in the spring of 2021. Among the uses the village is considering for these funds are road and streetscape updates, support for up to 100 local businesses impacted by the pandemic, inventory and replacement of lead service lines, and critical investment in water main replacement projects. The Village is proud of its long-standing commitment to fiscal responsibility, investment in infrastructure, and community engagement in the budget process. More information about Glenview's budget and how you can get involved and participate in the budget process is available online at glenview.il.us/budget.